And I got a little bonus clip for y'all. Look at this. First day, y'all, look at I went to go eat. You know I had to go eat some Popeyes. You know I had to. You know I'm still smiling.
I got these bags and hoe you like Benny Hannes. Yeah, talking about me ain't no Jeffrey Dahmer. I just pop me and eat it. I hit her honor. Told her she could fuck me if she bring a partner. I just bust me in skeleton AP model. All my diamonds tickly by the Henny bottle. Only pop me in Roxy and feeling awful. Told the bitch bring a booty and make it wobble. I feel like twerk, 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 twerk. Ain't talk about work, 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 work.
Hey, G Green back with another video, and if you clicked on this video, then you probably know. Go on, get straight into it. I ain't gonna waste no time. I know y'all want to hear the story. So story time on how I wrecked my car. All right. So it started off. It was this is a Saturday. This is a Saturday, and we ended up going to Gaston for a car meet. And I'm gonna see if I can find the actual flyer for I have it in my phone. So this was the car meet. It was in Gaston. It was cool. So the car meet started popping around. I think it started at 7, and you know I'm from Huntsville, so it go take probably around an hour 30, hour 40 to get there. So we ended up washing our cars probably around like 4:30, 5 around that time, and then end up leaving around like 5:30. So, you know, I'm with a group of folks, so we got our own like car group. It's probably about 8, 9 of us that went down in there, all like sketch challenges, all that. So we ended up doing it. We on the way there, you know, we cutting up, having fun, you know, a whole lot of, you know, young shit, young turn. Okay. We ended up getting down there, and by the time we got down there, the car meet was already damn near over. So we get there and the police is already there. It's probably like 5 police there. Now they ain't got the lights on and telling people to move. They just parked there. They just, you know, in case something go down, because, you know, they don't want to burn out us and all, like folks doing loud revving and all that. Which makes sense. I can understand that. Especially in the area we was in. It was kind of like a closed area. It wasn't too much space around it. We ended up going there and we seeing folks leave. So we in the park and we asked folks like, where y'all finna go? So they like, we finna go down the street to this other parking lot. So we like, okay, cool, we'll just go follow everybody else. So, you know, me and the gang, we end up following everybody else. So we going to the next spot. Next spot was cool. We get out, you know, everybody had to use the bathroom. So we ended up going to a store. We ended up going to Five Below. Literally, it was probably, they closed literally like 2 minutes before we got there. She like, hurry up, I'm finna close the doors right now. Like, I'm finna lock, but y'all can go use the bathroom. You know, she was cool. So we ended up doing that. Came back out, and so my homeboy Tony, you know, he's making a vlog, so he's recording. So, you know, we recording the cars out. So after we get done, he, you know, recording the cars outside. I do a little bit of recording, but I ain't really record that much. I ain't really feel like at the time. So he's recording. You know, we having fun, you know, chilling. Other homeboy, he ended up pulling up a little later. Like, I guess he left late because he had to do some, you know. And he pulls up, and mind you, at this time I didn't know. But, you know, I have a Daytona, and he had a Daytona. You know, we was like, you know, twins, you know. So I found out he ended up wrecking his car like a couple weeks before, and he pop out with a cat. He got a Hellcat Charlie too, like Challenger. Okay, don't turn me down, bro. So he ended up pulling up, and I'm like, damn, like, yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that'd be hard. One of the guys in the group chat, he like, I'm finna go get my girl some Sonic. So we're like, all right, so we follow him, but we end up like, Walmart's right here, and Sonic is right in front of it on the road, and you know, Walmart's like behind it. So we just ended up parking in Walmart parking lot, and he ended up going to Sonic. So, you know, we take photos of our cars, take a little video, we chatting it up, you know, just talking. Mind you, in the middle of this girl come, and it's like, it's probably like 3 girls in there, but it's a girl in the back seat, and she's obviously like, lit, like turned like off, she probably off some Hennies, off some type of drink. She get out the car and she like rev the car. So we rev our car and she get the dancing. We like, ain't no way she dancing to us revving our cars. Like, ain't no way. Like, she must be on some whole other shit. But you know, it was some funny shit, you know. I just had to include that in there. So after that, so guy in the group, friend in the group, he ended up saying like, where y'all at? Like, I'm leaving Sonic. We in the parking lot, we just stayed back here. He's like, okay, bet. So he pulled back up. You know, we chatted up about 10, 15 minutes. Then we like, y'all ready to head out? Cause our initial thing we was gonna do, we was gonna head to Birmingham after Gaston. But we ended up getting to Gaston kind of late. We ended up getting there probably like 7:30, 8. And then, you know, they move locations and all that. So we just like, y'all ready to head back? So everybody like, yeah, we ready to head back. So we end up pulling out to the street. And the next light we come up to is red. So I'm like, oh, I'm finna do a donut. So I'm gonna call the girl. So I'm just like, hey, I'm finna do a donut real quick. She's like, okay, go and do it. So I get in the middle of the road, put my hazards on. I do a little donut, go around. And then I like speed off from it. Cause I'm like, it's already hot. It's been hot like the whole night. So I speed off from it. And at the time, I guess the police had been put their lights on, but I didn't see it. So they on the whole other side, and I'm on this side. But mind you, like they're coming from down here, and I'm right here. But I'm doing donuts, they're coming down. Then when I'm done, I drive. So they're kind of already like behind me. And then once I end up getting to the next light, the light's not that far from the light we were just at. Literally, it's probably like 8 seconds from there, 8 to 10 seconds. So I end up driving out, but mind you, I'm driving fast already, like, cause I'm leaving the scene, So the police make a U-turn, and that's when I see him, cause I see the lights in U-turn in my rear view. I'm just like, damn, like they finna get my ass. So I'm driving, so I try to slow down, but like my brakes, they're kind of they're acting a little shaky right there. So I end up trying to brake. So it's a car in front of me, he braked extra hard too. So I try to go around him. Now I'm like, I'm finna just go turn into this. Mind you, we outside the Sonic and at Walmart we were just at. So I try to turn onto the road that gets you to Walmart and Target. I turn and I end up sliding and going up a ditch. Mind you, I almost hit the sign. Like it's a sign on the ground that has like all the stores. So let's say like Walmart, like TJ Maxx, Ross, the little big sign, but it's like implanted to the ground type shit. And it's like in the middle of the median. But I go up the curb and I almost kind of hit it. So I see that. Mind you, the police behind me the whole time. But in my head, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm thinking, damn, I just wrecked the hell out of my car. So I try to back up. Nothing. I can't move. I'm just like, damn, like I'm stuck. So I look back kind of like in my rear windshield. And I see like probably like 2-3 police. So I hop out the car and all I hear is, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. And I look back, I'm just like, mind you, and I start looking, I'm like, damn, it's like 4 police officers with their gun drawn like this. They ready to shoot something. I'm just like, damn, like, what's up? Like, it's hot as hell, like, what's up? Mind you, I'm in a white city. Like, I didn't notice at the time, but like, I ain't been in the city, but I know a little more now. But mind you, at the time, like, I'm in a whole white ass city, so they ain't playing none of that shit. So I get out the car, and he run up, and he like pushed me against the car, he detained me. He like, yeah, you going to jail, buddy. I'm like, all right, bro. I just trying to get that bond at that point. So he put me in the back of the car, and he didn't ask me nothing. He didn't say anything. He just put me in the back of the car. And one of the other police officers came. He was like, what happened? I'm like, I basically lost control of the curb. And I guess at that time they thought I was trying to. They thought I was trying to elude. They thought I was trying to run from the police. But they didn't ask me at the time. But he like, what you trying to do? I was like, I was trying to pull over so y'all can go and get me. Cause I'm like, I'm not in my own city. I don't got nothing on me. I ain't got no warrants. I ain't got no, nothing on me. The only thing I had was a gun on me. But, in Alabama, it's open carry and I have my permit. So I'm not thinking about running. So I ended up trying to explain that to the guy that had originally tamed me at first. He not here because he come back to the car and he just standing there. He was like, anything you need from your wallet you want to give to somebody. And I'm just like, give him my debit card. And then after that, I'm like, hey, like I wasn't trying to run in there. I was really trying to, go and let y'all gonna get me because I'm not in my, and I ain't never ran from the police. So I'm just like, okay. But as I'm saying that, he just closed the door in my face. He's not trying to hear none of that. He's like, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, damn, okay, that's how it is. So, probably take about 15, 20 minutes before they actually take me to the jail. But mind you, so when they end up pulling off from the scene, I'm in the back, I'm just like, yo, like, what's my bond? I'm trying to go on bond tonight. I'm not from here. I'm from Huntsville. I'm like, I'm 2 hours down the way. He like, yeah, you'll be able to bond. Your bond is 1,000. I'm like, okay. And me, I know like it's gonna be like 10%. So he said that, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna be good. All right. So I end up getting to the jail, and they're like, oh no, he's been in a wreck. you gotta take him to the hospital. In my head, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to hurry up and go and do this so I can go and bond out. I'm trying to be on the way home. Even though I have my car, but I got my homeboy with me, so he was gonna take me home. So, so I'm like, can y'all hurry up, speed up this process? Mind you, like I'm still in booking. Like I'm sitting in the area before booking. I ain't even got booked yet. So they're like, yeah, he gotta go to the hospital. The police, he was on his phone texting, making calls. I'm just like, bro, hurry up, like, man, really, you on my time, like, come on, hurry up, cause I'm trying to get home, like, for real. So probably like 5-10 minutes after that, he ended up putting me back in the car. Mind you, the handcuffs on my hands, them hoes are hurting. So that's another reason why I was trying to go and get this like over with. So we drive to the hospital, and I'm just like, damn, like, how far to the hospital? And he was like, oh, it's your number, like, 9 blocks down. I'm just like, all right, I don't really know. I'm not from here, so I'm in my head, I'm thinking, I guess it's like 5 to 10 minutes, which it was. It was probably about 5-10 minutes down the way till I got to the hospital. And so I ended up getting to the hospital, and I'm just like, so mind you, at the booking, they told me I could refuse if I wanted to. I get up there, and I'm like, nah, I don't want no test. I don't want nothing. Like, I'm good. They're like, nah, you got in the wreck. I was like, okay. All right, bro. Well, can y'all hurry it up? And they're like, yeah, we ain't got a doctor right now, but he gonna be here shortly. I'm just like, what y'all mean? Like, he in there with a patient. I'm like, well, tell his ass to hurry up. Like, I'm trying to bond out. Like, I got shit I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to get back home. So, I ain't gonna lie, it probably took about 10-15 minutes. And I'm just sitting there, it's like, bro, come on. Like, and then mind you, I'm thinking about what just happened. I'm like, I wrecked my car. Like, I got these charges on me. I got to pay this money. I'm just thinking, I'm like, bro, I done fucked up. But I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, at least I can bond out tonight. Well, what I thought. So they end up probably checking like my vitals and my blood pressure and all that. And asked me a few questions like, am I allergic or anything? Or, have I had surgery? So they ended up doing that. It probably like 15 minutes after the fact. Then I get back in the car, and I'm just like, damn, like, hurry up. I'm still trying to bond out. So the police end up getting a call from his supervisor, lieutenant, sheriff, whatever you want to call it, lame med, P, whatever you want to call it. He ended up getting a call. Then I see him type on the computer again. I'm just like, maybe he typing comments. Then I'm like, I'm finna ask him. So I'm like, hey, what was that call about? He was like, yeah, they just added 2 more charges. I'm like, 2 more charges? I'm like, for what? He was like, eluding the police and reckless endangerment. I'm just like, what? I'm like, I want y'all to, okay, I understood the reckless endangerment and the reckless driving, but I'm like, what's up with eluding from the police? I told y'all I wasn't even trying to run. Y'all didn't even, give me no time to justify what I was trying to do. So that ended up happening, and I'm just like, damn. So in my head, I'm probably like, my bond probably went up. So when I got back to booking, I'm like, how much my bond now? They're like $2,500. But I guess in that city, like if it's over 2,000, it's cash bond. I didn't know that at the time. So I ended up getting booked, and I'm hearing the calls. I'm hearing the calls on the phone, and they keep calling in for me. They like, hey, what's the bond for Darius? So they're like, what's the bond for him? And I keep hearing it. They're like $2,500, and then they're like cash. I'm like, cash. I'm like, where they do that at? But mind you, I'm in a whole nother city. Like, it's different. In my city, they don't do it like that. Okay, right. And mind you, let me put it into perspective. What I found out when I got out of jail. What I found out was after they took me in, the guys, they took the police on the chase back to the crib. I'm just like, this is probably the reason why they added these charges. They probably like, oh, he was with them, so he was trying to do the same thing. Like, I'm like the leader, and I started it basically. That's how I kind of was looking. I'm like, nah, like it wasn't even like that. Like, I didn't give me no chance to even, say nothing. So they tell me $2,500 cash bond. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then they tell me the bond has to be paid to the court. Now, mind you, folks might already know this. Folks watching this video, y'all might know that. Other folks that's been in jail, prison, y'all probably know that. I didn't know. But yeah, I ended up finding out that it has to be paid to the court. It's a Saturday though. Remember, I told you it was a Saturday, so I'm like, damn, I gotta be here at least Saturday. I gotta at least be here this Sunday, like the whole Sunday, because it's Saturday night, so I gotta wait the whole Sunday. But then I also realized, I'm like, Monday is a holiday, so I'm like, oh, I'm fucked for real. I'm thinking like maybe they open because it's not like a serious holiday. It was MLK Day. So I'm thinking like maybe white folks probably on some like, yeah, we're gonna open the court on Monday. It'd be alright. MLK ain't, he ain't for us type shit. I'm like, but in my head I'm like, let me go and ask it. I'm like, y'all open Monday? Like, nah, it's a holiday. You know that. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to be optimistic on some shit, but like they like, nah, we ain't open on Monday. I'm like, damn. So in my head I'm like, damn, I gotta sit here until Tuesday morning. Whole time. I was like, damn, like this is fucked up. So, I ended up getting booked, being in a holding cell. Mind you, it's like a whole lot of weird stuff happening. So, I'm in a cell. Ain't gonna lie, it's 5 white folks, and I'm the only black person in there. So, so they talking about their charges, and this one dude, it kind of, mind you, they all have regular bonds. I'm the only one with a cash bond. So I'm just like, but I'm guessing because I was the police. But I was talking to another guy in there, and it kind of struck me with what he said. He was like, he said he went to a bar. He was explaining what happened. He went to the bar and he got some pizza. Well, he said he ordered some pizza and he had some beers in his car. So he had like 3 beers in his car. He said he went to his pizza and he just ate in the parking lot. He said he ordered pizza from like Papa John's. And he just was chilling in the car. He was on his phone watching the game, eating pizza, drinking. He said he drank all 3 beers. I'm like, okay. Then he said when he got on the road, he was driving back to the crib, and then a car cut him off. So he tried to swerve, and he ended up driving to a ditch, but he ended up flipping over. And he tells me that he had just had surgery for cancer, and he had like a long cut right here. And he said they literally had just cut his neck open or whatever, and they hit like an artery or vein or something to make, and he was like, it caused like parts of his back to be paralyzed. And I'm like, yeah, it's a fucked up situation. But look at this, all that happened. So he says when he got locked up, when the police pulled up, that they was like, they smelled the alcohol in his breath, and they told him to take a breathalyzer. He was like, no, I need to go to the hospital. I'm not feeling good. Like my car flipped. I just, I'm had cancer problems, and I just had surgery like a couple weeks ago, whatever it was. So I'm like, okay, I can understand that. So, but they not understanding that. So they detained him for not taking the breathalyzer test. Well, that kind of makes sense, but at the same time, he's more worried about his health. He was on some shit like, I take it at the hospital, but I just want to make sure I'm with the hospital. But they sent him straight to booking. Mind you, remember I told you in the beginning, they took me there and they didn't book me, and they was like, you gotta go to the hospital if you get in a wreck. Mind you, he gets there, so I get to the holding cell probably around like 11. He gets to the holding cell probably like 2 in the morning. Mind you, I was probably asleep, but I ended up waking up. Like when a couple more folks got there, I ended up waking up. He telling me the story. So he telling me that, and I'm just like, so they ain't take you to the hospital yet? He's like, no, they still haven't taken me to the hospital. He was mad. He was like, how am I? It just has, I just had surgery and all that, and I don't take the hospital. Y'all want to arrest me immediately. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy, because like my situation, I feel like they was like stalling the whole time, like made sure I couldn't bond out. And yeah, I found out when I was in the holding cell, there's a whole lot of crooked stuff happening in that county, a whole lot of, stuff that shouldn't be going on. And it opened up my eyes, how folks really, how folks really get down. Like, I know like the system kind of shady, but I actually went through it now, and now I know it's real. Like, I don't really want to say too much, because I still got this case on me, but that ended up happening. So I'm in a holding cell, and all that happened. So, so I can't get out to Tuesday. So I'm in there the whole time. I'm just in there, like, I'm in it. They end up sending me upstairs to jail, and I'm sitting in the cell with 5 folks. Mind you, these folks are doing life. All of them doing life. All of them. I don't know for what. Some of them, I don't even know. I didn't really care. In my head, I'm thinking about what I just did, and what I'm gonna say to my family, because I'm real big on family, so I don't really want to let them down, type shit. So I'm thinking about that, and I ended up getting out, and I got out Tuesday, literally like that Tuesday morning. I got out on bond, and so after I got out, I ended up, I had to go get something to eat. I went to Popeye first. I went to, and I went to go look at my car, and it looks bad, but it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would look from like how I thought. Cause mind you, when I wrecked, I never looked at my car because I hopped out and it was, it was in the front. I hopped out. As soon as I hopped out, like I'm already hopping out looking towards the back because the police are right there. I'm not gonna come out back towards the police and they shoot me in the back and they think I'm running. So I come out, I face them immediately. I didn't look at my car at all because I'm like, that bitch already wrecked, so there ain't nothing for me to do. So I ended up getting out of the tow shop and I'm gonna show y'all what I recorded when I see my car at the tow shop right here. And here go another video of my car just wrecked. So everything else good, just the front fucked up. Like the back still straight. Man, it's so muddy out here. And the other wheel is good, but the fender, but you know. Yeah, it looks kind of bad, but it really could have been worse. It's not totaled or anything. No airbags deployed. It's really just the front bumper and my driver axle is like fucked up. And so I ended up getting it towed back to the place, and they still haven't done like the little evaluation yet, but it should be coming soon. And if I drop this if I drop this after evaluation, then I'm gonna add it to the section. But if I don't, I'm gonna tell y'all, and then it's gonna be fixed and everything will be all good. But yeah, more of the story. Don't wild out in another city like me. I did some crash dummy shit, but we all learn from our mistakes. I for sure learned from that moment. And I know I'm gonna be better from then.
Rather than Maybach, I know I'm not Ross. I just told Sosa that she is the boss.